My dear children, my dear young brothers and sisters, sit with me for a while, you see. Life is not a race that you must win in the first round. It is a long journey with stops, with challenges, with storms, and with sunshine, and in this journey, what matters most is not how fast you run, but how steady you walk. I have lived long enough to know one truth. The world will never be kind every single day. There will be days when you will feel abandoned, days when your heart will break, days when people you trusted will walk away. But listen to me carefully, my dear ones. Life does not end there. That pain you feel is not your ending. It is the beginning of your growth. When I was your age, I thought success meant money, houses, cars, and respect from society. And yes, these things can make life easier. But let me tell you, real success is peace inside your heart. The kind of peace that lets you sleep at night without regret, without envy, without hatred. Do not chase people, chase purpose. Do not chase applause, chase meaning. If you have meaning in your life, everything else will eventually follow. Let me tell you something about pain. Pain is the greatest teacher you will ever have. No book, no school, no teacher can give you the lessons that your pain gives you. When you lose someone you love, your heart learns compassion. When you fail an exam, your soul learns resilience. When you face rejection, you learn the beauty of patience. But unfortunately, many young people today run away from pain. The moment it hurts, they distract themselves with their phones, with music, with temporary pleasures. My children, listen to your uncle. If you run away from pain, you also run away from growth. Sit with your pain, feel it, learn from it, and then stand up stronger than before. In my long years, I have seen people chase wealth so hard that they lost their families in the process. They worked day and night to give their children a better house, better food, better toys, but they forgot to give them time, love, and presence. And when those children grew older, they didn't care for their father's money because their father was never truly there. Remember, money can buy a watch, but not time. It can buy medicine, but not health. It can buy a bed, but not sleep. It can buy entertainment, but not peace. What matters is connection. When your mother calls you, answer her with love. When your father advises you, listen with respect, even if you disagree. Listen, because one day, my dear, one day their chair will be empty, and you will wish you could hear their voice one more time. Ask yourself every day, why am I here? What is my purpose? If your only answer is to earn money, then you will feel empty even when you are rich. Your life must be tied to something greater. Maybe your purpose is to teach. Maybe it is to heal. Maybe it is to create. Maybe it is simply to raise good children who will make the world kinder. But you must live for something bigger than yourself. Because when storms hit, and they always do, it is purpose that will keep you standing when everything else falls apart. I want to tell you about failure. People think failure is the opposite of success. They are wrong. Failure is the partner of success. No one who ever achieved greatness escaped failure. Look at the inventors, the leaders, the writers. They all failed many times before they rose. When you fail, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is life trying to teach me? Maybe it's teaching you patience. Maybe it's redirecting you towards something better. Or maybe it's showing you that your effort wasn't enough this time, but can be improved next time. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your silent friend, shaping you when nobody is watching. Another poison of this generation is comparison. Every day you open your phone and you see someone richer, more beautiful, more successful, more loved, and suddenly you feel small, unworthy, useless. My dear ones, let me remind you, people only show their highlights. Nobody shows their loneliness, their tears at night, their regrets. Stop comparing your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. Run your own race. If you keep looking at others, you will trip on your own path. Remember, the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. If you want true happiness, practice gratitude. Every morning, wake up and count 3 things you are grateful for. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's your health, maybe it's simply the breath in your lungs. Gratitude turns little into enough, and enough into abundance. I have met billionaires who were miserable, and I have met farmers who were smiling with pure joy. The difference was gratitude. Gratitude turns pain into lessons, problems into opportunities, and chaos into peace. Never underestimate the power of kindness. The smile you give to a stranger might save their life without you knowing. The helping hand you extend to someone in need might change their entire day. Respect every human being, no matter their status. Respect the janitor the way you respect the CEO. Respect the waiter the way you respect the manager. Because at the end of the day, we are all equal before God. My dear children, I have spoken much today, but this is only the beginning. I want you to carry one thought in your heart tonight. You are stronger than you think, and your life has meaning beyond what you see today. Life is short, but it is also wide. Walk it with wisdom, with patience, and with love. Now let us continue. Imagine that life is like a book. Each day you live as a page, each year as a chapter. And when you finally leave this world, your story will be complete. The question is, what kind of story are you writing? Is your story one of courage or one of fear? Is it one of kindness or bitterness? Will people remember you for the light you brought, or for the darkness you left behind? You see, my children, every single action you take is a line in your story, and you must decide whether your story will be worth reading when it is finished. Dreams are beautiful. They are like the stars in the night sky guiding you, inspiring you, pulling you forward. But remember, stars can only guide you if you walk. If you just lie on the ground staring at them, nothing changes. Ambition is when you take your dreams and build a bridge to reach them. But ambition without discipline is like a car without fuel. You may have the map, you may have the destination, but you will never move without consistency, without effort, without sacrifice. I have seen many young people dream big. They want to be successful, famous, rich, respected, but the moment life asks them for effort, for late nights, for sacrifice, they give up. Remember, my dear ones, dreams are free, but success is very expensive. You must pay with sweat, with sleepless nights, with rejection, with patience. Do not be afraid of hard work. Hard work is not your enemy. It is the soil where your dreams grow roots. Let me tell you about discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel like conquering the world. Other days you don't even feel like getting out of bed. But discipline is what makes you show up even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is waking up early when you want to sleep. It is studying when you want to relax. It is choosing water when you crave soda. It is saying no to distractions, even when everyone else says yes. Do you know who wins in life? Not the smartest, not the luckiest, not even the most talented. The winners are the ones who stay consistent. Slow and steady every day, brick by brick, they build something great. Show me your friends, and I will show you your future. If you sit with negative people, you will absorb their negativity. If you sit with lazy people, you will inherit their laziness. If you sit with gossipers, you will learn to gossip. But if you sit with dreamers, you will learn to dream. If you sit with disciplined people, you will learn discipline. Be very careful about who has access to your time and energy. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Protect your peace. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. And remember, a true friend is not the one who flatters you, but the one who tells you the truth, even when it hurts. My dear children, no matter how dark life becomes, never lose hope. Hope is the lamp that keeps your path visible in the darkest nights. Without hope, people give up. They sink into despair, they stop trying. I have seen people lose everything, money, status, health, but as long as they kept hope, they rebuilt. And I have seen others who still had opportunities, still had blessings, but because they lost hope, they destroyed themselves. Do not let temporary storms convince you that the sun will never shine again. It will, it always does, just as winter always gives way to spring. Your pain will give way to healing. Now I want to talk to you about faith. Faith is believing in something greater than yourself. It is trusting that even when you cannot see the full picture, there is meaning behind every event in your life. Some of you may have lost loved ones. Some may have faced injustice. Some may be struggling silently. And you may ask, why me? But let me remind you, faith is not about having answers to every question. Faith is about trusting even when you don't have answers. A person with faith is like a tree with deep roots. Storms may shake them, but they will not fall. Without faith, even the smallest wind will knock you down. One day, my dear ones, you will no longer be here. And when that day comes, people will not remember how expensive your clothes were, how big your house was, or how many followers you had. They will remember how you treated them. They will remember your kindness, your words, your presence. So ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave behind? Do you want to be remembered as someone who complained, who wasted time, who hurt others, or as someone who inspired, who built, who healed? Legacy is built in small daily actions. Every smile, every kind word, every act of integrity builds your legacy brick by brick. I know forgiveness is hard. Some of you carry wounds so deep that you feel you can never forgive. But let me tell you, forgiveness is not about the other person, it is about your peace. When you hold on to anger, you poison yourself. When you forgive, you release yourself. Forgiving doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean what they did was right. It means you refuse to let their actions control your heart anymore. Do not let the bitterness of others live rent-free in your soul. Free yourself, forgive, and move forward. Time, my dear children, is the most precious gift you have. It is more valuable than gold, more valuable than diamonds, more valuable than all the wealth in the world. Because once time is gone, it never returns. Every minute you waste is a piece of your life you will never get back. So guard your time. Do not spend hours scrolling through endless distractions. Do not waste days living someone else's dream. Do not delay what you know you must do. One day you will wake up and realize that your youth is gone, and you will regret not using your time wisely. Start today. Do not wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The only moment you have is now. My dear ones, tonight when you go to bed, I want you to reflect on this. If today was the last page of my book, would I be proud of what I wrote? Do not let life pass you by as a blur. Live with purpose, live with kindness, live with gratitude, and above all, live with hope. And now let me speak to you about patience. Patience is not just waiting. It is how you behave while you are waiting. Anyone can sit idle when life delays their desires. But true patience is to keep working, to keep believing, and to keep your heart calm even when the results are slow. Many of you pray for something today and expect it tomorrow. But life does not work like a vending machine. You cannot insert a coin of effort and immediately receive your dream. Sometimes life wants to test if you truly deserve what you are asking for. Sometimes the delay itself is the blessing. Sometimes the unanswered prayer is the protection. Be patient, my children. Flowers do not bloom the moment you plant the seed. The roots grow in silence first, and only when the time is right. The blossom appears. Your life is the same. Self-control is another strength you must build. Anyone can react with anger, with desire, with impulse, but the strong person is the one who can master themselves. To control your tongue when you are angry, that is strength. To control your desires when temptation whispers, that is power. To control your pride when you are praised, that is wisdom. Remember, it is not the lion in the jungle who survives the longest. It is the disciplined one. Self-control will save you from regrets, from mistakes, from destroying the blessings you already have. And character, my dear ones, character is your greatest wealth. It is the invisible crown you wear. People may forget your words, but they will never forget how you made them feel. They will forget your titles, your achievements, your possessions, but they will always remember your character. A person with wealth but no character is like a tree full of fruits that are poisonous. It looks impressive, but it harms whoever comes near. But a person with pure character is like a tree that offers shade, fruit, and comfort to everyone who rests beneath it. Do not trade your character for temporary gains. Do not lie to win. Do not cheat to succeed. Do not betray to rise, because even if you reach the top this way, you will stand there alone, without respect, without peace. Wisdom, my children, comes not from age alone, but from reflection. Some grow old but remain foolish because they never reflect on their experiences. And some young ones are wise because they think deeply about every lesson life offers them. Wisdom is seeing beyond the surface. It is understanding that not every smile is honest, not every pain is permanent, not every failure is final, and not every success is forever. Wisdom is the art of living with balance, neither drowning in sorrow nor getting drunk on joy. And let me tell you this, serve humanity. Do not live only for yourself. A life lived only for yourself is a small life. A life lived for others is a great one. When you lift someone who has fallen, you rise with them. When you feed someone hungry, you taste true satisfaction. When you wipe someone's tears, your soul shines brighter. My dear children, greatness is not measured by how high you climb, but by how many people you bring with you. Never think your small acts of kindness don't matter. Sometimes giving one piece of bread, one word of encouragement, one smile of compassion can change the direction of someone's entire life. And always, always remember humility. Do not let success make you arrogant. Do not let knowledge make you proud. Do not let beauty make you vain. Everything you have, your talents, your looks, your wealth, your opportunities, is a gift, not an entitlement. Stay humble, for arrogance destroys what blessings you have, but humility multiplies them. My dear ones, life is like a candle. It burns slowly, giving light, and one day it melts away. None of us will remain here forever. But in the short time we have, we must spread light, be that candle in the darkness of others. And when your final day comes, let people say, this person lived with love. This person gave hope. This person left the world better than they found it. That, my children, is true success. And now, let me speak to you about love. Love is not just about romance. Love is the purest force that keeps the world alive. The love of a mother who sacrifices her sleep for her child. The love of a father who silently bears pain so his family can smile. The love of friends who stand with you in storms. The love of a teacher who believes in you more than you believe in yourself. Love is not words, love is action. Anyone can say, I care for you, but true love is proven in sacrifice, in patience, in loyalty. Remember this, love that demands respect without giving respect. Love that demands attention without giving care is not real love. It is selfishness disguised as love. Love deeply but wisely, and never be ashamed to show kindness. To say, I love you to the people who matter. Because one day the chance will be gone, and your silence will become your regret. Now courage, my dear ones, courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting despite the fear. Every great achievement in history was done by someone who felt afraid, but chose to move forward anyway. Courage is standing up for the truth, even when you are alone. Courage is protecting the weak, even when you are outnumbered. Courage is chasing your dream, even when the world laughs at you. Courage is waking up after failure and saying, I will try again. Do not think courage belongs only to soldiers or leaders. Courage belongs to every heart that refuses to surrender to despair. Even smiling through pain is an act of courage. Sacrifice is another secret of greatness. Without sacrifice, nothing lasting can be built. You must sacrifice comfort to gain success. You must sacrifice ego to preserve relationships. You must sacrifice short-term pleasures to achieve long-term goals. Look at the tall trees in the forest. They sacrifice their seeds to the wind, and from those lost seeds new life begins. Life itself is built upon sacrifice. The more you give, the more meaningful your existence becomes. Inner strength, my children, is something the world cannot see but everyone can feel. It is the calmness in your voice when chaos surrounds you. It is the dignity in your walk when insults are thrown at you. It is the resilience in your spirit when you have lost everything but refuse to break. Many people look strong from the outside, their body, their wealth, their confidence. But true strength is tested when life knocks you down. Do you stand again? Do you keep believing? Do you remain kind even when hurt? That is inner strength. Life is made of choices. Every day you stand at crossroads, big and small. The friends you choose, the habits you practice, the words you speak, the way you spend your time, all of these choices are shaping your destiny. Do not blame fate for everything. Fate may set the stage, but your choices decide the play. Choose wisely. Choose honesty over lies, effort over laziness, gratitude over complaint, forgiveness over hatred, patience over anger. These choices, repeated daily, will carve your future. Endurance is another gift you must hold. Sometimes life will not test you with a storm, but with a desert. Long, dry, endless, no big challenges, but slow exhaustion, daily repetition, silent waiting. Many give up not because of sudden pain, but because of long silence. Endure, do not quit, even deserts end. My dear ones, when people look back on your life, they will not count your possessions. They will not count your trophies. They will remember your humanity. Did you inspire? Did you heal? Did you stand firm? Did you love sincerely? Did you live fully? This is legacy. And legacy is not built at the end of your life. It is built every day. Every smile, every sacrifice, every choice, every act of kindness is adding to the story people will tell about you. So live in such a way that when your name is spoken, hearts soften, eyes shine, and souls feel hope. That is the power of a true life. And now, my dear children, as we come closer to the end of this long conversation, I want you to reflect on everything we have shared together. We have spoken about hope, patience, love, courage, sacrifice, choices, and legacy, but there is still one more jewel I must place in your hands: gratitude. Gratitude is the seed of joy. Without gratitude, even a palace feels empty. With gratitude, even a hut feels like paradise. Wake up every morning and whisper, thank you for life, for breath, for another chance. Thank the people who guide you. Thank the struggles that shaped you. Thank even the pain that taught you. Gratitude turns burdens into blessings, obstacles into opportunities, and failures into lessons. Do not wait for big miracles to be grateful. Be grateful for the sunlight on your face, the laughter of a child, the food on your table, the heart that still beats in your chest. Gratitude makes your soul rich, even when your pocket is empty. And with gratitude comes humility. Remember, my children, no matter how high you rise, remain grounded. The taller the tree, the deeper its roots must go. Power without humility destroys. Success without humility isolates. Knowledge without humility blinds. Be humble enough to learn, to listen, to apologize, to forgive. Another wisdom, time. Time is your true wealth. Do not waste it in endless complaints, in meaningless distractions, in chasing approval from those who do not care. Time lost will never return. Invest your time in building skills, in nurturing relationships, in helping others, in discovering yourself. Listen carefully. One day, all of us will leave this world. No one knows when. Youth believes it has endless tomorrows. But life has taught me that tomorrow is not promised. So live today with intention. Love sincerely today. Work hard today. Speak kindly today. Do not delay goodness for a future you may not see. And when you face your last moments, as I will one day, and as you will too, what will matter most will not be the car you drove, the house you owned, or the wealth you stored. What will matter is the love you gave, the truth you stood for, the faith you carried, the lives you touched. That will be your true treasure. So, my dear children, walk through this world with courage in your heart, kindness in your hands, wisdom in your mind, and gratitude in your soul. Be a light in dark places. Be a voice of hope in times of despair. Be a shield for the weak, a friend for the lonely, and a guide for the lost. And above all, never stop believing in yourself. You are capable of more than you can imagine. The world will doubt you, but let your actions be your answer. Fail, fail again, rise again, until one day the very people who laughed at you will clap for you. This is my final prayer for you. May your days be filled with purpose, your nights with peace, your struggles with strength, your failures with lessons, your victories with humility, and your life with meaning. And when your story ends, may it be remembered not with tears of sorrow, but with smiles of gratitude, because you lived well, you loved well, and you gave well. Remember, my children, this world is not just a place to exist. It is a place to shine. Go shine with all your light.